Look at this thing. My favorite part was this. The first picture, here is me, my daughter, up there, and some kids are following the wrong track. Look at them. The next one, this very nice girl, she's knee deep into the mud crack, and the boy behind her is almost sinking. The girl behind him is about to sink. I look back, I took a picture. Then I realized that, oh my God, are we going to get her out of this? And then we threw this stick here first. I didn't know if this thing was sinking down or like it's going to be a sinking sand. But it took a while to take her out and to clean her. But, you know, what was beautiful was that they all wanted to go back. After the miserable time they had, they all would go back. This is a car that they made for me. It's cut. I couldn't put it in one shot. There is myself, my daughter. My daughters are in the tent inside, and there are 22 of the kids with their names. So my friends, I had a great time. I would do it again, even if it hurts. I hope you learned that if we can invent some about vaccination against consumerism, that would be great. You're doing great with the research. Just always aim high, okay? And good luck. And I enjoyed talking to you today. If you have any questions, the president say that he will pay for extra. I'm happy to answer questions. What's your name?
Madeline.
Madeline.
You keep referring again and again to these scars that you have. Would you say that these scars were sadness that your people did not have what America has? Or do you say that the scars are nostalgia for your homeland?
Oh, the scars are even just for me. I was from the poorest in the family in the city. You know, I didn't have shoes, didn't have pen, all this thing. And then so they're personal. Okay, I don't think Africa will reach what we have reached here in the next 100 years. I think it will be China first. No, just they're personal first of all, just because I went through them. No, I mean, here, even here, I consider myself very frugal, very, try to do this minimum thing. But to go back and to see, because if you go to Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, there are millionaires, there are Tanzanians, there are unbelievable, they have maids left to right. My wife just screams at me, look, the Tanzanians have maid. When we were in Tanzania, even we didn't have maid. We say, no, we'll do ourselves. So they're personal. And doesn't matter. First.
So would you have any advice for healing these scars? Because sometimes I think to be a foreigner in your own country is like a feeling that you can't really express or explain. And I'm going back to my own country in a few months, and I think I'll go through the same emotions as you did.
So I don't think mine are going to heal, but the way they're going to heal is I have decided. They are going to heal simply because I made a promise to myself that I am going to take my kids, if I can, every summer, if I can, every other summer, if not as frequent as possible, because they are learning. They have seen, maybe a 4-year-old is too young, but so that's how I have to teach them, so that when they are here, they wouldn't be wasteful. So that's how I'm going to heal. Otherwise, I think I'm going to have my scars, and maybe I like them now.
Something I heard today in the presentation was the expectations that the people in the native country have of the visitors, whether it's Americans in Argentina or someone who might physically look like an immigrant in the Netherlands. In Denmark, sorry. Anyway, I was just wondering if you came across any unique expectations or challenges as, someone who looks like what the people in the host country might expect to be like them, or?
Do you mean expectations that we want to give them something back? Or the
Oh, I mean expectations that, you know, if a Caucasian American professor had taken these students abroad to study in Tanzania versus you, a native African, bringing American students to study in Tanzania.
They didn't like them.
Yeah. No, I think it's very, because I had a difficult time. I mean, not only in this one, because Africans are mean to Africans. I could take you and I can Emilia and you together with me in any African country at the customs. They will let you in. Oh, they will try to find things from me. It's sad.
And you talked about how they could recognize right away that you are not from Tanzania.
Oh yeah, immediately.
And so the first reaction was, he's from somewhere else.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But as I mentioned before, he won them all over.
Yeah, thank you. But it's very hard. It's very tough. I have a colleague, Carleton, who takes students to Paris on a French program, and then if he wants to go to Spain, they will let all his students to Spain, and they will stop him. And even if I travel now with a U.S. passport, so it is. Again, I cannot complain because I chose, or my own country kicked me out, so I should be content and appreciate things. But it's very hard. It's but the average people are fine. It's just when it comes to bureaucracy. So we should say that people are people. I can have a beer with all Tanzanians. I could go, I meet an Italian person today, and the next time I see them in the field, it's just as if I knew them. So people are, it's just, people are people. It's, like I told you earlier, you're surrounded by the same number of people wherever you go. It's you who determines how big that circle is going to be. People who tell me, oh, Northfield, Minnesota is not good for, foreigners, I say, no, I can run for a mayor here. Any other questions? Well, thank you very much. I hope I kept you awake.